Good evening, everyone. My name is Ayush Agrawal and I am from Gift and Organ Vertical. Today, I will tell you what is small intestine, benefit of small intestine, and its donation. First of all, let's move towards the objective. First objective, introduction to small intestine donation, then how to donate small intestine, why would someone need an intestinal transplant, types of donor, and then conclusion. So first, introduction. Transplantation is a surgery to put a donated organ from someone who has died into a person who needs it. A part of small intestine can be transplanted into a person. If needed, other organs can also transplanted at the same time. The first time doctor tried transplanting intestine, it did not work well because the patient immune system rejected the new intestine. The body's immune system protects it from diseases and foreign substances. The bodies of the transplanted patient treated the new intestine as a foreign substance. Now there are medications to help people prevent the immune system from rejecting the transplant. Now, what is small intestine? Small intestine is about 7 to 8 feet long in newborn infants and grow up to about 20 feet by adulthood. The small intestine is made up of three parts. The first part is the duodenum, which is about 12 inches long in adult and it is connected to the stomach. Pancreas and liver, bile, juice, the fluid drains into the duodenum. The middle of the small intestine is the jejunum, which makes up about half of the small intestine. The lower small intestine is called as the ileum. The lifespan of the organs is shown below. Heart is 4 to 6 hours, lasts long for 4 to 6 hours, lungs for 4 to 8 hours, intestine for 6 to 10 hours, liver for 12 to 15 hours, pancreas for 12 to 24 hours, and in the end, kidney for 24 to 28 hours. As you can see, you can give 6 organs if you want to. Donor age matters. Unadjusted graft survival of the liver donor transplants at 10 years. This is the graft survival where 62% of the graft survival is seen between 18 to 34 age, 59% in 35 to 49 age, and 56% in 50 to 64 age, and 29% in the 65 plus year age. Intestinal transplant. Small intestine for transplantation come from two different sources. The living donor can only donate 40% of its small intestine because you can live without a stomach or a large intestine, but you cannot live without your small intestine because most of the breaking down of the food is taken place in the small intestine. And the second one is deceased donor. Deceased donor is a donor who died and he or she can donate their organ as per their wish or by their family if family allows to. Why are some people not able to have an intestinal transplant? In some patients, the problem caused by the transplants are not worth the benefit that happens in these situations. The patient may die from the surgery because of other serious illnesses, have tumor near the intestine that cannot be completely removed, have serious infection at the time of surgery, have serious problem with their immune system including immune deficiency syndrome known as AIDS. Because of the problem like these, each patient is checked before the operation by the doctor to decide if a transplant would be good for them or not. How do I donate a small intestine or any other organ? If you want to donate to someone you know, your first step is to talk to him or her and the transplant center where the person is listed. Transplant centers are hospitals that perform intestinal transplant operations. If you are interested in donating to someone in need or as a non-direct donor, contact a transplant center of your choice. Let them know you are interested in donating small intestine to someone or any other organ you want. Be sure to include people you trust in your decision making. You may be interested in speaking with other living donors to learn more about their experiences. Procedure to donate intestine. These steps will happen before the transplant. Your transplant team will help explain the procedure to you and you can ask questions. You will be asked to sign a consent form that gives you your permission to do the surgery. Read the form carefully and ask questions if something is not clear. If you have been on a routine dialysis before the procedure, you will get dialysis before the procedure. For a planned living transplant, you should fast for 8 hours before the operation, generally after midnight. You may get a sedative before the procedure to help you relax. Based on your medical condition, your transplant team may ask for other specific preparation as well. Here is why India needs more people to step up for the cause of organ donation. Here is a story in January 2016. Naresh Wadia suddenly felt unconscious at the work, a professional working in the oil and energy sector, when he rushed to a hospital in Ahmedabad. It was that there he was listed in the liver transplant. He needed a liver transplant due to some serious issues in his liver. For liver transplant to take place, Naresh has two options: either find a living donor within his family or wait for a cadaver donor. The waiting period for which can be as long as 10 years, because in India, while 2 lakh livers are needed for the transplant, less than 1,000 are available to the cadaver donors. To avail of organ donation from a cadaver donor, Naresh had to register in all the global hospitals to find a perfect match. Why India needs more organ donors? 4 lakh people die every year because of waiting for a transplant. After the surgery is done, in many ways, care after an intestinal transplant is the same as after any big operation. You will be given fluids through the vein, good nutrition to help healing, and antibiotics and antiviral drugs to reduce the chances of infection. Anti-rejection drugs are given because the immune system naturally tends to attack a transplanted organ as if it was a danger virus or a bacteria. Organ rejection is most common within the first 3 to 6 months after the transplant. It is important to take the medications exactly as the doctor instructs. This helps make sure the transplant works and make it less likely that the patient will get an infection or any other problems. India's first successful intestine transplant done at Medanta, India in 2013, 24 November. Intestinal transplant surgery, which could have saved the life of Delhi's bus gang rape victim, was done for the first time in India at Medanta. The Medicity, when a team of 30 doctors successfully gave Himanshu Singh, a 30-year-old man, a healthy small intestine from a cadaver donor on November 24. This is the first time an intestinal transplant has been accomplished. This has given a new hope not only to India but also to the part of the world, said Dr. Naresh Tender, Chairman Managing Director of Medanta. Be a hero, be a organ donor. There's no way around it. Funerals are difficult, yet a final gift can save lives and bring healing to other families. Something positive can come out of this pain. There's evidence that organ donation can help surviving families members make sense of their loss. Following our donation, we remain in contact with the organ donor's family member and provide continuous support for a maximum of 2 years following their loved one's gift. So, thank you at the end. You can also take a pledge at giftanorgan.youngindia.net. Yes, you have the power to save a life. Thank you very much.